Hey, my friends, what's good? Derek here from B.O.M Socks with another week of BOM-Bites where we feast upon the words of Christ, one bite at a time. So this week we get a chance to get into section 2 of the Doctrine and Covenants and some more amazing verses from the Joseph Smith history. And we got some great episodes from our BOM-Bites videos to help you enjoy this amazing section of scripture. Now, if you like some more updated and fresh content, including downloads, teaching ideas, additional videos, and some amazing recipes that fit the scripture block perfectly, go check out our BOM-Bites Linger Longer edition. And you can click the link in the comments to subscribe. And if you subscribe to our annual plan by the end of January, you get a free pair of socks of your choice on us. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy the video.
So yesterday we talked about how Moroni was the perfect mentor. And in reality, I think he became Joseph's best friend. That's just my opinion. But I really think for someone in Joseph's situation who had lost friends, who had been persecuted for his beliefs, here Moroni comes along. And granted, Moroni is also there for a greater purpose. He's there to get the plates to Joseph. But I also believe that here's, as Joseph is during these tender years, he needs a mentor. He needs someone who understands what it's like to be able to go through these things. And here is Moroni, who absolutely understands what Joseph's going through with these difficulties in his life. And he is there to help tutor him and mentor him through this process and really become a good friend. I can only imagine what their relationship was like. So what I wanted to do with you today is to give you an opportunity to look at some verses and to see what Moroni did for Joseph Smith. And I want you to use a little bit of brain sweat today, and maybe this is not the intent of the author. I don't know if Joseph Smith was going through this account saying, I want to show you how good of a friend Moroni was to me. This is where we go through scriptures. There's implied principles and there's definitely stated principles. I want you to read through this and look for some possibly implied principles. How you're reading this with the set of eyes that Joseph needed a friend, and what a true friend does for someone. And hopefully it'll help you as you're looking at maybe your own relationship with friends in your life. So what I want you to do is I'm going to let you go through a few verses right here. In fact, let me show you these verses. I think there's principles found in each one of these verses. For example, let me show you kind of what I'm thinking here. And I'm not trying to play guess what's in my head here, but there's some verses here as you read them, I think you can see these principles. For example, you look at verse number 30. Okay, where it says, while I was in the act of calling upon God, I discovered a light appearing in my room, which continued to increase until the room was lighter than at noonday, when immediately a personage appeared at my bedside, standing in the air, for his feet did not touch the floor. And so as I look at that, a true friend, I really believe, is someone who will bring light into your life and will help elevate you to a greater level, to be able to reach down and help you up. That's what I believe true friends will do. They'll bring that light. Here's Moroni, who comes in as a personage of light. True friends really do bring light into someone else's life. So that's kind of how I want you to go through these verses. It just, what does Moroni do? What does he say? How does he appear? What does he encourage Joseph to do? And how does he encourage him to act? Find everything that reminds you of what a true friend would do. In fact, you could even complete the sentence here, a true friend is one that, ... that will do certain things. So read these verses with that in mind. We'll come back and we'll chat about a couple of them. So as you're reading here, Moroni came to see Joseph 4 times that night. I mean, that was, Joseph did not get much sleep that night, I guarantee you that, as these messages were repeated over and over again with additional instructions as he's going through this. One of the ones I thought was kind of interesting is verse 46. It talks about how by this time so deep were the impressions made on my mind that sleep had fled from my eyes, and I lay overwhelmed in astonishment, which I can totally imagine, at what I had both seen and heard. But what was my surprise when again, I beheld the same messenger at my bedside, heard him rehearse or repeat over again to me the same things as before. And he added a caution to me, telling me that Satan would try to tempt me in consequence of the indigent circumstances of my father's family. Indigent being lacking in the basic needs. This was a very poor family. And to get the plates for the purpose of getting rich. This he forbade me, saying that I must have no other object in view in getting the plates, but to glorify God, and must not be influenced by any other motive than that of building his kingdom. Otherwise, I could not get them. So when you think about what a true friend does, a true friend will remind you of what you are supposed to do, and they'll warn you also that Satan's going to try to tempt you. A true friend will not try to tempt you, but they will warn you of those temptations that could very well happen to you. That's what a true friend does. So anyway, I hope you found quite a few right there. Let me just finish up here with a cool quote from Elder Robert D. Hales a couple years ago. This is what he said. He said, "Do you know how to recognize a true friend? Well, a real friend loves us and protects us." I want you to think about Moroni as we're going through this. A true friend makes it easier for us to live the gospel by being around him. Similarly, a true friend does not make us choose between his way and the Lord's way. A true friend will help us return with honor. Are we the type of friend who always makes sure that those around us know it will be easier for them to live gospel principles, such as the word of wisdom or the law of chastity, when they are with us? Do our friends know that they will never have to choose between what we want them to do and what the Lord would have them do? So during the time of teenage years, whether it's you as a teenager watching this or whether you're raising teenagers, this I think is a lesson that I think will be very, very valuable, because I think, as we all know, friends can pretty much make or break you during your teenage years. I remember a quote from President Kimball years ago where he said, "A poor peer group can in days undo years of work by a good family." Now, if that is the case, then a good friend can certainly do a lot of good in someone's life. So be that good friend that can do some great things for someone. I hope that helps you guys out. I know I took that a little bit out of context, but I really think it's something that, as you read into it, Moroni was exactly the person that Joseph needed. So
Again, if you like what you see and you'd like even more, click the link in the comments for our BOM-Bites Linger Longer edition. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing these messages. We appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel-themed socks at BOMsocks.com. Godspeed, friends. Have a great day. We'll see you. Take care. Bye-bye.